Good afternoon to you folks. It's a cold weather, so this is Dr. ICT FX. This is going to be our second lesson about market structure in ICT, the foundation that you must not forget. So to start with, if you have been trading without knowing market structure, just know you have been gambling. So you might win sometimes, but you don't actually know why the price is moving. So today I'm going to teach you the foundation of ICT trading, or what we call market structure. So, and without this, nothing else in smart money concept that will make sense. So this is my first slide. Let me go to the second slide. So the second slide is my disclaimer as it is playing out. So the second slide, we are talking about what is market structure. So market structure simply means that a pattern of price. So a pattern of price created on the chart. So price does not move randomly, but it makes what we call price swings. So these price swings, they are the ones that create what we call the market structure. So the market structure consists of two things, or the market normally moves in two directions. So it is either an uptrend or a downtrend. So we have only two types of marketing structure. So sometimes we can get the third one, which is the consolidating market. So let me try to take you to the charts and we go and get further knowledge. So for the second section, we have an uptrend. We are going to describe the types of trends that I explained in slide 3. So in an uptrend, we have a price, like the market structure goes on, keep making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So and this is the bull, or what we call a bull trend. It normally moves in a trend. So let me try to point my trend line here. So this is an uptrend, as you're seeing me labeling it clearly. So this is our uptrend, so is in a channel like that. So to go on, let me go and look for the downtrend. So we have another type of market structure which always follows a downtrend structure. So a downtrend structure, or what we call, so to take you back here, so this uptrend shows that buyers are in control. So whenever you see a market goes on creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, so just know the buyers are in control. So to take you to this third section, so the third section says the downstream, or what we call a downtrend market structure. So in the downtrend market structure, price goes on making lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower highs. So, and this market structure is indicative of sellers being in control. So in the downtrend, we have lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower low, lower highs, lower lows. So this is a downtrend, as I've tried to show it there. So let me go to the fourth section. So the fourth section, so maybe to try and show them on my chart, let me try to remove that. So this is my chart and it is indicative of an uptrend. So this is an uptrend. So price goes on making higher highs, higher lows, 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 higher highs, higher lows. And this shows that buyers are in control. So to continue with, so let me try to show the downtrend here. So the downtrend, we say that price goes on making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So that is the downtrend. So go to another section, which is break of market structure. So break of structure, or break of market structure, is a powerful concept in ICT. So break of market structure in a downtrend is always like this. So a break of market structure. So a break of market structure shows that we have a continuity in the trend. So this is a bearish trend, or what we call a downtrend. So when I break below this swing low, or what we call a lower low, so that indicates that I'm still bearish, or I'm continuing the down trend. So when I come back a retracement, then I break below this swing low, or what we call a lower low, that shows I'm still going down. So let me go to the bullish break of structure. So the bullish break of structure is here. So the bullish break of structure is here. So the bullish break of structure, price goes on making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So when you price this, I'm going to show you on the chart that when price breaks above this swing high, that is what we call break of structure. And break of structure above swing high, this swing high shows that buyers are still in control. Yeah, whenever we have a break in structure, that shows we are continuing with the trend. So to continue to another concept, which is market structure shift. So market structure shift is shown here down. So what do we call the market structure shift? Market structure shift is what we call, like, when a market, what do I mean by the market structure shift? So remember, we said we have two trends. This is an up trend. So when I'm in an uptrend and there is a price, like when you have a rapid price movement down, breaking below this swing low, what we call a lower low, a higher low here, this shows that I have a change in market structure, or shift in market structure, or what we call change of market character. So this is for an uptrend. So for the downtrend, this is here. So for the downtrend, this is the downtrend. I've already showed you how a downtrend looks like. So when I have a break of, what do I mean by shifting market structure? So when I break above this higher, when I break above this lower high, that means above here. So my battery is low. So when I break above here, that means I will be having a change in market character, or a change in market structure. Yeah, this is so a change in market structure has to be followed by a sweepage of liquidity below down here. So when you look at this price leg to the upside, price first swept liquidity of this lower low, and also swept liquidity of this lower high. So price has to first sweep liquidity below this lower low, then to continue to the upside. So to continue with, with our concept 7. So what are the errors that most beginner traders make? These are the errors that most beginner traders. So this is what I was trying to mean, the common beginner mistakes. So to protect you from what the beginners normally do wrong or erroneously, so this is how most traders fail to make it, because they don't trade with a bias, ignoring higher time frame, key levels, and also like confusing pullbacks with reversals, entering before confirmation and not waiting for displacements. So, and also our section 7, how to use market structure practically, and here is my simplest key rule that I normally use. So what I normally do, I normally go to higher time frame. It can be the daily, the 4 hour, and also the 1 hour. So after getting the higher time frame trend, like getting your higher time frame, we confirm the trend. Are we in the bullish or bearish market trend? So after you confirming the trend, you mark the recent high highs and also the high lows. So you also mark the break of structure, the shift in market structure. You drop to the lower time frame to find your important levels and end a trade to make some money. So maybe to show you an example, let me go to the chart and I'll show you this example practically. So when I try to drop my chart here, so we're gonna ignore these drawings here. So you are going to identify something here. So it's okay, let me just put these labelings here back. So when you look at this market, it was an uptrend. So the way I told you in the beginning, so it is in the channel showing that buyers are in control. So how do I take on trades? So after me considering, you're looking here, this is the daily chart. So after me saying, like looking and seeing that we are in an uptrend, so what I normally look for, there are important key levels on the daily that will support the buyers of being bullish. So what I normally do, I normally go and mark my important key levels that will support price for the uptrend buyers. So what are those important key levels? We also have what we call support and we have, maybe let me put this clear. So we have traders that trade support and resistance, demand and supply, and those ones that trade the smart money concepts. So I trade the smart money concept. So this is the demand zone, or what we call, so what the smart money niggas do, all the smart money people, so they come in this demand zone and refine it to the finest or clearest thing. So what they do, they come, so the way I marked it here, so this is our order block, a down close candle. So my white candles represent the bulls, the yellow candle represent the bears. So as I've shown, as you're seeing, so the yellow candles move down, the white candles move up. So that's it. So to continue further, so I do this rectangle here, so extending it to the right, extreme right. So when you look at the price swing here, price came back, tapped into this important key zone, the demand zone. So when tapped into the demand zone, price was able to move up. So what are they meaning? That you go to the lower time frame for refining entries. So when I drop to the 1 hour, let me drop to the 1 hour time frame. So after me dropping to the 1 hour, so what I normally do, let me look for my zone. This is the zone. So you're looking, so when I try to show you, this is where, this is the zone that I marked on the higher time frame. So this is the 1 hour. So I'll talk about refining time frames, how we can arrange time frames for the coming videos. So when you look at this is the higher time frame supply demand zone that I labeled on the daily. So when you look at this demand zone, this is what happened. Price came on the 1 hour, tapped into this zone, rebounded, tapped into, rebounded, tapped into, rebounded. So after it being bounced the uptrend, so what do we need to confirm that there is a reversal that is taking place? So remember, on the higher time frame, our bias was what? Being bullish. So this is the trend on the 1 hour. This is the trend that I drew on the daily. So remember, we marked the demand zone that I showed you on the one, like on the daily. So we marked our demand zone, and this is what is taking place on the 1 hour, which is the lower time frame. So price came, tapped into that demand zone. So what we usually do on these lower time frames, we come and refine. So what is refining? Refining is to ensure that there is sweepage of liquidity such that you have that confidence. Yeah, the confluence, we normally call it confluence. So the moment you have the confluence, then you can take the trade on. So the confluence was where, so when I try to mark this is the wick. So when you try to look at this candle swept liquidity down here. So after sweeping liquidity down here, so we have our church taking place. So where is our church? Our church is here. Remember, we're having a market making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So price came. So this is what we consider as a shifting market structure. This is what we call a shifting market structure after breaking above this swing high, this swing high here. So after price swept that swing high, it continued to move upward for a while. So with some time to come, I explain why it rebounded back, because we also have what we call refining. We have a fair value gap down here. So thanks for being a good audience. I can stop here. So don't miss out on the third lesson we are going to teach. I'm going to teach about with my staff. We are going to refine, give more notes, and through more I'm going to teach about liquidity. There's no way you can trade in the market without knowing liquidity. So make sure that you don't miss out on the next video of us. We are going to talk about liquidity. So goodbye, I sign out.